perfect end to the night for him.
Beautiful stuff. Fabulous performance. And there's the top goal scorers in the Champions League this season. 3 Liverpool players. That's quite a statistic.
Yeah, I mean, it's impressive, but it's down to the team and that base, because, you know, they can attack so well from that, and they can all get in on the act because they're all so unselfish, but it is impressive.
It's February. 99 goals have scored this season, Liverpool.
Incredible stuff. Yeah. Brilliant from them. Again, those 3, they're always keeping up with play. They're always testing the back line, continuously testing and testing. Mo Salah's in the top scorers in the world in club football, and he's not an out-and-out centre forward. It's because he comes and gets involved in stuff, and then he's always arriving with his pace.
Yeah, and still people doubt Jurgen Klopp, don't they? It seems to me. But anyway, from my experience, winning is the most enjoyable thing.
Yeah, it is. But what's great that comes out of that interview, that yes, he demands quality. Yes, you need that quality in this part of the tournament. But work rate is at the centre of everything. Yeah. And the work ethic for any young player looking to make a name for himself, you can see it within this squad. That's a demand that is put on these players. I
mean, there's a demand on Liverpool to perform really well, and there's always been question marks about Klopp all along, hasn't there? I mean, even a few weeks ago there were doubts, and he seems to keep coming through those. What's he got to do to actually convince the Liverpool fans that he's the man?
Well, I think first and foremost, keep Liverpool in the Champions League. You know, keep finishing in the top 4 positions, and then try and deliver a trophy. You know, the club is about winning trophies, and sooner rather than later there will be an expectation that he has to deliver one.
But overall, it is right, isn't it, that some fans have doubted him in recent weeks? I mean, I sit as a neutral and I watch. I just love the way his teams play.
I think it's only a minority, Gary. Maybe after a performance like Swansea, where you're expected to go and blow them away, and you come unstuck with a 1-0 defeat, you get a minority that asks questions. It's always normal at a big club where the expectation's so big, but I think the big picture is the fans love him. He's taking the club forward. He's playing a style of football that we all love to watch. So I think it's all good.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great personality as well, and a great character. And in many ways, his team's a reflection of his personality, isn't it?
Yeah, you can't not like listening to him.
Yeah.
You know, his character, he smiles. Sometimes even after defeat, he's got something interesting to say. But I do think that recently, Van Dijk, and I don't think he's actually been that long enough now, but it was very admirable that he didn't want to go stretch beyond the 50 million kind of mark to buy players. But I think he has now recognised that I do need to address that defensive problem, and they were rock solid today. There were no spaces for Porto. To go away to Porto and not really give them a sniff at this level shows how good they were at the back as well.
And I suppose if they do become rock solid defensively, blimey, what an outfit they'll be.
Well, I think that's the balance that they do need. You know, going forward, they're going to cause any team in the world problems. If you can get that base and that solidarity and keep being consistent and earn clean sheets, and everyone fighting for them clean sheets, they've got a great chance to be successful.
Consistency next.
Consistency is definitely a key, but I just keep looking at this forward line, and we were talking off screen before. Before you had Suarez, Sterling and Sturridge, and we were talking about who would you have out of these guys. I think the fluidity of this bunch that they've got up front now, I think even goes beyond that.
Better than City's?
I don't know, it's difficult. I love watching these play, but again, when you've got De Bruyne putting things on a plate for the likes of Aguero...
I think they're both excellent. I think what I would say about the comparisons to Suarez and this current team, I think there's a better blend here. With Mane, you've got the pace and the directness. With Firmino, you've got the touch and the hold-up play and securing the ball. And then you've got Salah that gives you a bit of both and delivers goals. So I think the blend's superb.
OK.
The midfield players, the pressure they put in midfield, getting very close, winning balls back across the back line. It was a very complete performance. I think it was an absolute exhibition of how to go away in a critical stage in the Champions League to a difficult stadium and perform as a team.
Yeah, well, I think before the game we mentioned balance as well, and that's something that I think Liverpool have been searching for over a period of time, and I think tonight we found that in perfect harmony tonight.
If the Porto defenders had got close to Mane as Paul Dempsey did, I think they'd have done a much better job, don't you? But a word on Mane for a start. You know, perhaps out of the three, he's been the one who's been least on form perhaps in the recent weeks, although he's always a threat.
Yeah, and I think that's the important point in that he'd always be someone you'd worry about because he's got that pace, he's very direct, he's unpredictable in the way he plays. And then what we said before, if he does catch form, adding to Salah and what Firmino's doing, they're a real force. But like he said there, the team give them the platform behind. The midfielder, they've pushed right up behind them. When they win the ball, then they're on the front foot, and when you've got that pace from their attacking players that they've got, they're a devastating threesome.
Yeah. Were Liverpool that good, or were Porto poor, or was it a mixture of both?
I think it was a mixture. Liverpool have dismantled Porto tonight. They defended very well. They've formed that base, but the pressing was superb all over the pitch. And with players in your team like them front three, you're always going to score goals. But Porto were poor. They were pressing slow, giving sloppy balls away. Liverpool bullied them all over the pitch, and you know, you are disappointed in Porto because you give them a bit of a build-up and a bit of respect before kick-off, but they were poor.
Having said that, the top of the Portugal league look like they're going to run away with things there.
Well, tonight said a bit about their league, actually, and I think, you know, the intensity of their league and what they're used to, that they weren't used to. I think they thought they could play from the back, try and play out and play through midfield at times. Liverpool were just not going to accept that. Every ball that went into midfield, one of the three